Hi folks, I'm Pastor Joseph from Culpeper Presbyterian Church. Welcome to Kid Kids. Miss Leah has a fun craft for you to make a little later, but first, are you ready for a story? This is the story of Elijah, Elisha, and the Chariot. This story comes from a part of the Bible called the Old Testament. It tells the story of God and people before Jesus was born. Long before Jesus was born, there was a man named Elijah. Elijah was a prophet, which means that when God wanted to say something to the people, God would tell Elijah, and then Elijah would tell everyone else. Elijah had a helper named Elisha. Elisha went with Elijah and heard him tell all the people what God wanted them to know. They worked together a long time. Now, God was going to take Elijah up to heaven in a windstorm. Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here, because God has sent me to the Jordan River." But Elisha said, "I won't leave you." So they went. Some other prophets went with them, but they stood at a distance. Both Elijah and Elisha stood beside the Jordan River. And Elijah took his coat, rolled it up, and hit the water. The water divided in two. Both Elijah and Elisha crossed over on dry ground. And Elijah said to Elisha, "What do you want me to do for you before I'm taken away from you?" Elisha said, "I want to be able to trust God even more than you do, so that I can be a prophet and tell people what God wants to say to them too." Elijah said, "It will be hard for me to give you that, even though I want to. If God wants for you to have that, God will show you." They were walking along talking, when suddenly a fiery chariot and fiery horses appeared. Now, a chariot is a kind of wagon that soldiers used to use to fight and look strong. The fiery chariot and the fiery horses separated Elijah from Elisha. And then Elijah went to heaven in a windstorm. Elisha was watching, and he cried out. When he could no longer see Elijah, Elisha took hold of his clothes and ripped them in two. Now, I wonder what the other prophets thought when Elijah didn't come back. I wonder how Elisha felt when Elijah went to heaven in a windstorm. I wonder how it feels to say goodbye to someone you won't see for a long, long time. I wonder if you trust God like Elijah and Elisha. That was a good story about Elijah, Elisha, and the chariot. Thank you for watching so closely. And now, Miss Leah is going to teach you how to make a fun craft.
Hi boys and girls, and welcome to another Kid Kit craft. My name is Miss Leah, and I am so glad to be able to join you today for another craft. Now, you learned from Pastor Joseph that Elisha and Elijah had to be separated. And sometimes we have to be separated from our friends. But a thing that we can do to let our friends know that we are thinking about them and that we love them is to send them a letter. And that's what we're going to do today. So what you will need for your craft are at least one piece of paper, although I've got several here if you want to send more than one letter to more than one friend. You will need either crayons or markers to decorate your letter, or even to write it. You can write in crayon or marker if you like, or if you prefer a pen or a pencil, that's fine too. So just make sure you have stuff to write with and decorate with. You'll also need an envelope and a stamp to go on your envelope. And I'm down to my last one here. You can ask an adult to help you with that, because you are going to end up putting your stamp on your envelope and putting the address down for your friend so that we can make sure the letter gets there. And when you're writing your letter, you can talk about anything that you want to. If you want to tell your friend about what you've been doing, if you've been reading a new book, or you've discovered a new game, or you've been playing with your mom and dad, or you've learned something new at school, whatever you want to put in your letter, that is up to you. This is your time with your friend to talk about that. And as for what to draw or how to decorate, that is completely up to you too. You might want to draw a picture of your house. If you wanted to draw a picture of the way your house looked in the snow with all this winter weather we've been getting, or if you want to draw a picture of what it looks like now outside, now that it's warmed up a little bit and we're able to get outside a little bit more, or if you want to draw a picture of yourself playing with your pet or with your friends that you have close by, that is completely up to you. However you want to decorate your letter to let your loved ones and your friends know that you love them and you're thinking about them. And once you have your letter done, you're going to fold it up. You need it to be able to fit into your envelope. And depending on what size envelope you get, is how you're going to fold it. But what I like to do is I take my piece of paper and I fold it in half. And then I fold it in half again. And that way I know it's going to fit in that envelope that I've got here. So once you do that, if you put it inside your envelope, and then if you don't want to lick the envelope, you can ask a grown-up if you can have some tape, and you can tape it down there. And you're going to want to put your stamp on this side of the envelope. So on the, let's see, I have to tell my directions now. If you're looking at the envelope, it's going to go on the right side. And an adult can help you with this too. And then you're going to need to address it. And once again, ask an adult. You'll put the person's name that you are writing to right here. So I'm going to actually put my mom's name here. Her name is Becky. I'm going to put her address. And you can ask your adult, and a helpful adult, to help you with the address. And once you have that there, you put it right in the middle of your envelope so that it can get sent out. And then you put your address up here in this corner. So I'll put Tabor and Culpeper, Virginia. So right up there in that corner, and you'll put your stamp right here. So that way, when you put it in your mailbox and you put that flag up, the mail person will know where to deliver your letter. Now, if you want to do something different, if you don't necessarily want to start off with a piece of paper, you can see if maybe a grown-up will help you to get greeting cards like this, which I've got a sunflower here that I keep on hand. I found these at the Dollar Tree. So if you have $1 in your allowance and you want to buy some cards that have some decoration up front there and have the envelope, you can do that too. So I hope you have fun making your letter, writing your letter, and sending it off. Please, if you can, take a picture of you putting your letter into the mailbox so that we can feature it on the church's offertory video. Thanks, kids, and have a great day.
Thanks for watching Kid Kits. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so that you don't miss on other great videos like this one. Bye-bye.